Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. I am PuertoRicanBelle doing my first voiceover, so forgive me if the audio doesn't sound too great or if my voice is shaky or whatever. So I wasn't expecting my first voiceover to be on this topic, but I felt the need to put my opinion out there about a few things, so here we go. So, obviously I am drawing Queen Iduna from Frozen 1 and 2. I know that she and her husband, Agnar, however you pronounce it or however it's spelled, are somewhat controversial characters in the Frozen universe, mostly because of how they handled Elsa's powers as a child in the first movie. But as we've seen from all the trailers, leaked storybooks, and whatever else is out there, it's pretty clear that there's more to them than meets the eye. I'm particularly drawn to Queen Iduna, not because her design is beautiful, but because there's so little we really know about her. I'm pretty convinced that the boy and the girl that we first saw in the teaser and then saw in the second official trailer are Iduna and Agnar when they were young. I have my own theories about what happened to them when they were young and the like, but that will take more time than this voiceover can probably do right about now. Anyway, I'm convinced that they know more about Elsa's powers than they let on. I believe that whatever happened in the Enchanted Forest when they were young that caused everything to go out of balance not only led to Elsa's birth, but why Agnar reacted in the way he did when Grandpappy gave the royal family the warning about Elsa's powers and that fear will be her enemy. I believe that he hid Elsa and Anna away not just to try and help Elsa with her powers, but to protect Elsa from whatever spirits were angry at Agnar for whatever it was that he did when he was young. Supposed leaked ending from one of the storybooks that got leaked over the weekend. The leak got posted to Discord and Tumblr, but as far as I'm aware, there were other places it got posted to, but I don't know for sure. So I don't want to give out too much regarding what the spoiler is, even though I myself don't know too much about what it consists of, considering I only saw part of it. But, essentially, again, the part or whole of the ending of Frozen 2 got leaked in the storybook, and essentially people just lost their minds. It was crazy. I got into Discord last night at, I don't know, about 4 a.m.-ish, and it kept refreshing on me while I was trying to catch up on what everybody was saying, and it was insane. So, not to go into too much detail for those who don't know, but the leak again consisted of the ending to Frozen 2, and people were really upset about the content. I know a lot of people kind of already know about the concern of Anna and Elsa separating and not being together anymore, but that's kind of what the leak alludes to. And here's my thing about it. Yes, Anna and Elsa were separated for 13 years, and they're still reconnecting after all that lost time. But to keep in mind, by Frozen 2, Elsa's 24 and Anna is 21. They're both adults, and they both have responsibilities. Elsa being Queen of Arendelle, and Anna basically being next in line for the throne should Elsa not find a partner and have heirs of her own. There's a whole other argument on that. And secondly, even though they're sisters, they should not have to constantly rely on each other, all the time. They can't be attached to the hip. I have a younger sister myself, and while I love her dearly, I don't feel the need to be by her side at every waking moment. What I'm saying is that the sisters need to find independence and learn to live as adults away from each other. Additionally, Grandpappy's line to Anna in the second trailer, magic is very alluring, without you she may lose herself to it, is a very interesting choice of words to me, and I feel that it's foreshadowing something big happening to Elsa. I mean, we all saw that epic shot of her with her hair loose, using her magic, growing pillars to jump on. I personally think that's a scene where she becomes so in tune with her powers that she gets basically pulled away from reality. I saw someone on Discord say something on the lines that the first movie being so groundbreaking is that it showed Elsa could be human, even while being the Snow Queen, with her winter powers and such. Most of the depictions of the Snow Queen portray her as this otherworldly being with godlike powers who should be feared, but revered as well. what I think will happen in some form or another is that Elsa is lured by the other nature spirits to become lost in the ethereal beauty of her powers and becoming this, godlike being. But Anna has to come keep her grounded and remind her that she is human, but she's special with or without powers. Something to that effect. I think it'd be super cool to see that happen in an animated movie. Anyway, now I'm gonna kind of expand the talking point here by just, discussing movies and TV shows in 2019 as a whole. 2019 has been pretty insane so far, and we're not even in October yet. For the first half of 2019, I kept telling my friends 2019 is the year of endings. Why? How to Tear Dragon 3, and actually come to find out we're actually getting a second Christmas short, which I am super stoked about. We get to hear Hiccup and Astrid's kids finally talk. By the way, their names are Zephyr and Nothing, for those that don't know. Game of Thrones, Toy Story 4, Avengers Endgame, Frozen 2, and Rise of Skywalker at the end of the year. Again, 2019 has been insane. When January rolled around and How to Train Your Dragon 3 started coming out in other countries, people were posting spoilers left and right. And I'll be honest, I almost deleted Pinterest because there were so many spoilers that were being posted, with and not without letting people know that they were spoilers. Then February 22nd came around, and I was able to enjoy and cry a lot about it, and overall had a really, really good time. I never watched Game of Thrones, and I was never really interested in watching it, but one of my best friends did, and I basically heard her rant about how much she hated the series finale and the like, and I'm still listening to her go off about theories for Star Wars Episode 9 and stuff. And, of course, I know that Endgame pretty much wrecked everyone for a lot of different reasons. I know everybody got all up about Tony Stark's death. And it was very, very sad, and I did cry a lot for that. But for me personally, I was way more pressed about Natasha Romanoff's death. But Marvel has finally blessed us Black Widow fans with a solo film, and I could not be happier. And then finally, Toy Story 4. I'll be honest, I was one of the several people out there that were not happy about Pixar coming out with a fourth Toy Story movie. Because, I saw the third one when it came out in 2010, and I thought it was a pretty great ending to close off the Toy Story series, but Pixar decided to come out with a fourth one, and I was not thrilled about it. I thought it was a waste of money and just a cash grab. And then when I went to go see it with a friend of mine, we wanted to go see Lion King, but the theater was already full, and there weren't any other times, so we just decided, alright, whatever, Toy Story 4 is going to be our go-to for tonight. And honestly, it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. I was pleasantly surprised by, the whole thing as a whole. And, my friend was way more into the story than I was, but, I did cry, and let me tell you, the animation was just phenomenal in the movie. Bo Peep, how she looks in Toy Story 4 compared to the first two Toy Story movies is such an amazing difference, and I was just blown away by the level of detail. Moving on, and now there's still so much that we don't know about the How to Train Your Dragon Christmas short, Frozen 2, or Rise of Skywalker, but I want to remind everybody to keep themselves steady, take a deep breath, have a drink of water, and try to focus on the good content that we're gonna get, regardless of what you're focused on right now. And then once, everything has come to pass, take a step back, discuss it with others while also being courteous for those who want to wait and don't want to get spoiled. The internet really needs to work on spoiling things for those who don't want to know everything. I'm pretty much in the gray area when it comes to spoilers. I don't go looking for spoilers, but if they're offered and presented to me from a reliable source, then, I'll pay more attention. And, not to mention, if it's something that I'm not too particularly into, like Rise of Skywalker, I'm probably going to read into more of the spoilers. So, yeah, that's kind of how I view what's currently going on the internet right now. So, yeah. And for my last point in this video are my thoughts about the Disney live action remakes. It just, y'all, the internet gets so pressed about Disney remakes, it's kind of ridiculous. And I have been wanting to get my opinion out there for the longest time, especially after Lion King remake came out. And this the discussion about live action remakes is probably going to be a whole other video in and of itself. But personally, I enjoy them. I don't mind going to watch them, mostly because of the movies that have been remade or are going to be remade are movies that I wasn't born early enough to see. I was born in 1999, pretty much when the Disney Renaissance ended. And getting to watch Cinderella in 2015, Beauty and the Beast in 2017, and Aladdin this year were actually really, really fun. I honestly enjoyed Aladdin the most out of all of them so far. Between, the changes in the story to the costumes, the singing, the CGI. We're not gonna talk about Will Smith's genie, but and the new characters. I thought it was phenomenal, and honestly, it was so much fun hearing people singing along to the songs in the theater. My best friend and I had a blast. And regarding, the Lion King, oh my god, people were more mad about how photorealistic it was than the fact that it was a shot-for-shot remake of the 1994 movie. I never saw it, to be honest, just due to lack of time and also lack of money. But I mean, your opinion is, your opinion. If you don't like the remakes, then that's fine. Live your life, do what you want to do. But, there are Disney fans who genuinely want to give the remakes a chance and enjoy them. I'm one of those people. So, don't put people down for wanting to enjoy something. For example, the live action Little Mermaid that's going to be coming out in, a couple of years, I think? Has got me really excited. I am super stoked to see, a black Ariel, and I think Halle Bailey, I've heard her sing, I've heard her talk, I've seen her with red hair. I think she's going to be a fun, place for Ariel to be in. I think it's going to be a fun movie. I'll be honest, I low-key hope that Gordon Ramsay gets chosen to play Chef Louis just because of how funny that would be. An angry Scottish man playing an angry French chef. But yeah, so I personally cannot wait for the live-action Little Mermaid remake. I want to give it a chance, and I know that a lot of people are actually pretty thrilled about it. I know that there are some people out there who don't like it because the fact that they chose a black actress to play Ariel, the whole debacle behind that is just ridiculous, and I really cannot believe that is what people are getting mad about, is that Ariel is going to be black in the movie and not white or whatever. But that's a whole other discussion in of itself. But yeah, so I mean those are pretty much my thoughts on what 2019 has been like. And, we'll see how 2020, 2021, and so on and so forth are going to be like. The world is weird. We're going to live it. We're going to survive. We'll be fine. And in the end, just enjoy yourself. Unless it's something that's actively harming somebody, don't put somebody down for enjoying something, okay? So yeah, that's pretty much my thoughts on what's been going on so far and what will be coming. Yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and DeviantArt, all under the same name, PuertoRicanBelle. And I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye!